don't know if you can hear me, Sam. Sam, you can hear me? No, I guess not. That's fine. I mean, I just, this is just weird, though. It's on a different channel. I can hear him. He can't hear me. That's cool, I guess. Braylon Pulk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pontchartrain Center here on the lake. Here, ladies and gentlemen, this is BFC 75. We will be live on Facebook and on YouTube. So ladies and gentlemen, tell all your friends if they couldn't make it tonight, make sure they tune in on Facebook and on YouTube and watch the action live for free. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to follow us across on social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and on TikTok. Follow us all across on social media. Make sure you go get yourself something to drink. Make sure you're drinking a Bud Light. Bud Light, more like Bud Fight. Shout out to our friends at Southern Eagles Sales and Service, NOLA. Drink a Bud Light. Also, ladies and gentlemen, get yourself something to eat. Grab your seats because, ladies and gentlemen, the action will begin at approximately 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. start time. Until then, we will see you. This is Bayou Fighting Championship 75. Jeff Villamaretti. Jeff Villamaretti, please report to cage side. Jeff Villamaretti, please report to cage side. There he is.
I'm not hot right now, right? Okay, thank God. All right, you gonna let me know? It's 7:30. I'm ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here for BFC 75. We are live here from the Pontchartrain Center in Kenner, Louisiana. We have a huge night of action, including a huge main event as Duke Sensley takes on Eric Thompson. But right now, we're going to kick things off. Let's not waste any more time. Let's throw it up to Bryce Boudreaux for our opening introduction.
Good evening, New Orleans. Let's try that one more time. Good evening, New Orleans. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pontchartrain Center right here in Kenner, Louisiana. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal. We're going to keep it real. This is Bayou Fighting Championship 75. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you all to please rise, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, good evening, New Orleans, and welcome to the Pontchartrain Center. Ladies and gentlemen, BFC has been running long and hard, and ladies and gentlemen, we are proud. 75 events underneath the BFC name. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to BFC 75. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin tonight's card, we'd also like to welcome everybody watching live worldwide, exclusively on Facebook and on YouTube. We thank you for tuning in. We wish you could have been here. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure you share and tell the whole world you're watching Bayou Fighting Championship 75. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's action is presented to you by our friends at Mandai Resources, the leader in energy exploration and global business innovation, the official energy partner of BFC 75. Our friends at American Men Roofing, trusted for quality roofing. Know who's on your roof, American Men Roofing. Our friends at Southern Eagle Sales and Service, the leading beverage distributor of New Orleans, the official beverage distributor of BFC 75, and make sure you're drinking a Bud Light. Bud Light, more like Bud Fight. It's Southern Eagle Sales and Service. Also our friends at Perma Power, delivering top-tier electrical solutions and generators. They are providing tonight's power here at BFC 75. Our friends at Fleur de Lis Wellness, the focus on health, recovery, and peak performance, the official wellness partner of BFC 75. Our friends at the Swamp Room, our official after-party host right after tonight's event. Head to the Swamp Room on veterans for mouth-watering swamp burgers and thirst-quenching drinks. Our friends at the Swamp Room. Also our friends at the Ticket 106.7 FM, New Orleans' best sports radio station, the official sports radio of BFC 75. Also our friends at Alt 92.3, New Orleans' best alternative rock station, the official alternative rock station of BFC 75. Also our friends at Deep South Blenders, bringing the bold Louisiana flavor right to your kitchen. Make sure you hit them up and get some seasoning, the official flavor partners of BFC 75. Also, our friends at Nicole's Limousine and Shuttle Service, making sure that New Orleans gets to where they need to go in style, the official transportation partners of BFC 75. Also, our friends at Arno's Seafood Restaurant, a New Orleans favorite for fresh seafood and family vibes, the official seafood restaurant of BFC 75. Our friends at Messina's Catering and Events, bringing flavor to any occasion with food and service, the official catering partners of BFC 75. Also, our friends at Rhino Web Services, building top-tier websites, the official digital provider and web service provider of BFC 75. Our friends at Angel Apartments, providing affordable and reliable housing since 1967, the official housing partners of BFC 75. Our friends at Russo Chiropractic, known for their expert help for patients to recover, the official chiropractic partners of BFC 75. Our friends at Apex Marine and Motors, trusted local boat dealership, offering consignment sales, detailing, repairs, and ceramic coatings, the official marine partner of BFC 75. And of course, our friends at Radio Fiesta Nola, celebrated for its vibrant Latin music lineup. Make sure you hit them up, the official Latin music station of BFC 75. Also, our friends at Martial Arts and Combat Sports for Kids, our wonderful nonprofit that we partner up with for every BFC event. Martial Arts and Combat Sports for Kids, a nonprofit organization offering martial arts and combat sports training for kids with financial difficulties. Martial Arts and Combat Sports for Kids donated tables and tickets to those in need for tonight's event, and also provided discounted tickets for our service responders and military personnel. A big thank you to our friends at Martial Arts and Combat Sports for Kids. And also one final thank you and shout out to our friends at Visions Men's Club, the official after party of BFC 75. Visions Men's Club presents tonight's Ring Girls. Make sure you hit them up after the show, Visions Men's Club. And a huge thank you to our friends at Loaded Pistols Fightwear, the official fightwear of BFC 75. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin tonight's event, we'd like to remind everyone that it is a state rule. There is no flash photography or flash videography permitted at tonight's event. Violators of this rule will be asked to leave. Once again, please take all the pictures and videos you want. Please turn off your flash. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's event is sanctioned by the Louisiana Athletic Commission. Our chairman, Mr. Ronnie Rance. Our commissioner here in charge this evening, Mr. Ricky Norris. Your judges this evening, Mr. Todd T-Bone Singletary, Mr. Justin Verdan, and your off-duty referee. Your scorekeeper, cage side, Mr. Jeff LeBlanc. Your your officials calling the action down the middle, Mr. Myron Godet, Joe Pepe, and the good doctor, Dr. Robbie Sherman. Your timekeeper, Mr. Jason Borg. Your hand wrap inspector, Mr. Byron Borg. And your cage side physician, keeping us safe all throughout the night, Dr. Scott Saunders. And now, ladies and gentlemen, New Orleans, Louisiana! The stage is set. We are under the lights. It's Friday night, and it's time for the fights. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be bantamweight kickboxing kicking off BFC 75. Please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, Zion Cochran.
Cochran to kick things off in this amateur kickboxing in the 145-pound division. Zion Cochran. Excited to have the featherweights kicking things off here for BFC 75. Bayou Fighting Championship has been bringing the best in MMA here in Louisiana since 1981, and I'm so happy to be a part of this event, BFC 75. My name is Sammy Kiss. I will be calling the action all night long, including our huge main event here tonight. As we know, Duke Sensley will be taking on Eric Thompson in a kickboxing matchup in the 185 division. Right now, we're going with the featherweights. Zion Cochran gets prepped for this fight. Up there you see Johnny Smith prepping Zion Cochran. Johnny Smith will be joining us on commentary later on here tonight. And what an opportunity for Zion Cochran here to make a name for himself to kick things off for BFC 75.
And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is Braylon Pulk.
There you see Braylon Pulk, known for his aggression and his crisp combos. Braylon Pulk set to go one-on-one with Zion Cochran here at BFC 75 in the amateur kickboxing 145 weight division. This matchup sponsored by Nichols Limousine and Shuttle Service. And of course, we want to thank our sponsors for the entire evening here at BFC 75, American Men Roofing Incorporated, and of course, Manti. Since 1989, Manti Resources Incorporated has been a leader in energy exploration and global business innovation. Founded on strong values and world-class team, Manti has built lasting partnerships with industry giants like Exxon, Shell, Conoco, Chevron, and BHP. Exploring innovation, building partnerships, and creating impact, Manti. Again, this match sponsored by Nichols Limousine and Shuttle Service here at the Pontchartrain Center in Kenner, Louisiana. Sammy Kiss at ringside for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from New Orleans, your BFC 75 prelims live on Facebook and on YouTube start now. Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest here at BFC 75 will be set 3 2-minute rounds of amateur bantamweight kickboxing. This bout presented to you by our friends at Nichols Limousine and Shuttle Service. And when this bout begins, the man in charge, Mr. Myron Godet. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this man representing Siege MMA, standing at 5'7", weighing in at 145 pounds. From Laurel, Mississippi, he is Zion Cochran. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, this man representing NOLA MMA, standing at 6 foot tall, weighing in at 144 pounds. From Houston, Texas, he is Braylon Pulk.
All right, here we go, kicking off things for BFC 75, in the amateur kickboxing 145 division. Braylon Pulk taking on Zion Cochran. Braylon Pulk coming out of the NOLA MMA gym here in New Orleans, Louisiana, just down the road here from the Pontchartrain Center in Kenner, Louisiana. An official checking on Zion Cochran. This amateur bout, again, sponsored by Nichols Limousine and Shuttle Service. And already, before we even really get going here, the referee consulting here with Zion Cochran to make sure he's ready to go. And clearly, Braylon Pulk is focused and centered here to kick things off for Bayou Fighting Championship 75. Hard to believe it's been over 40 years for Bayou Fighting Championship. You see the referee here checking in on Zion Cochran, make sure that he's ready to go here. Wait the referee's decision to let this go here. It looks like Zion clearly eager to get into this fight. Clearly the pressure's on here for the 75th event here for BFC. I believe emotions are riding high, does not want to give it up. But you see the referee checking in with Zion. Make sure he's ready to go. All right, and here we go again here, not touching the gloves. Nice show of respect here to start things off. Braylon Pulk already coming in hot. Known for the aggressor here, and I know that Zion known for really his timing, trying to pick his moment here, but I don't know if that's the best strategy against Braylon Pulk. He's clearly going to be the aggression. Look at it again, Zion going down, but hops right back up to his feet. And clearly Braylon Pulk here, and tying referee trying to separate these two. Braylon Pulk clearly the aggressor in the early going, and Zion trying to get out of the gate here. There's no points there. And they're both been thinking the same thing. They're backing up again, back up all into the cage. And again, Braylon Pulk bringing the aggression here, driving those knee strikes right to the abdomen. And Zion Cochran, is in trouble right now. Oh, man. Now look at the nice reversal here. Zion trying to get some kind of control here, but Braylon Pulk just non-stop, keeping the energy going. And Zion Cochran trying his best to slow down Braylon Pulk here. Referee right there again to separate these two men, and 30 seconds left here for this first round. They've both been going for it. I appreciate Braylon Pulk out of Houston, Texas, but representing NOLA MMA, really bringing the fight here to Zion Cochran. Here Johnny Smith trying to encourage his pupil here, but they're trying to go for a waist lock here, but there's the bell here. First 2-minute round down in this opening contest here in the amateur kickboxing 145-pound division here for BFC 175. And see Johnny Smith checking on Zion Cochran here. I mean, it's no surprise that Braylon Pulk was the aggressor in their early going here, and if Zion Cochran gets able to weather the storm here, but he's got to be able to put some more offense, and he can't be solely on defense if he wants to come out on top in this opening contest here for BFC 75. Again, this match sponsored by Nichols Limousine and Shuttle Service. I want to thank them and all of our wonderful sponsors here for BFC 75, including our title sponsors, American Men Roofing Incorporated and Manti, as we get set for the second round here in this opening contest. Mouth guard goes in, and will the strikes continue to pummel from Braylon Pulk at the unfortunate, oh, look at that, right from Zion. That's some more aggression than in this second round already from the very beginning here. Zion trying to make up. Braylon Pulk clearly wanted to fight here, and Zion Cochran like a different fighter here in this early going here, bringing the aggression in a much more profound way here. And you see Zion trying to get those knees in, and Braylon getting those knees in, but Zion, and there's the separation here. And again, look at that, right hand again in the left. Zion bringing so much more fight in the second round. Braylon Pulk going to those vicious knees here. Oh, look, there's a knee of his own from Zion Cochran there. And Zion bringing the aggression, but he can't go too full force. He's got to take his time here and pick his moment. Zion, known for his sharp timing, those disciplined strikes, and I don't know how much of Braylon Pulk is getting the head of Zion here. And look at those knees. And Zion not even able to defend right now. Oh, but now goes Braylon Pulk.
You don't have to engage. You do not have to engage. Back up.
And Braylon Pulk really gearing in Zion here, luring him in to fight in Braylon Pulk's game here, and Zion's falling for it. But it's doing all right so far.
130. Hey, win the round.
We got 30 seconds left in this second round.
Hips in. Z, active off the break. Active off the break.
Another break here.
Active off the break.
Both men going for the strikes here.
Good. Take your time.
Zion, known for his hand game, needs to take his time and pace himself here, especially in the closing moments of the second round. Braylon Pulk coming in like a house of fire, slowing down here, and there's the bell here again for the second round. A much better showing, more aggressive showing there from Zion Cochran in the second round here. And we'll see if that pays dividends here for the third and final one here against Braylon Pulk. Zion Cochran representing Siege MMA. You see again talking with Johnny Smith, who'll be joining us on commentary a little bit later on here tonight. And again, Braylon Pulk. How much did Braylon put in that first round here? You saw him not nearly as aggressive in the second round. How much of that was just defensive against Zion, really switching gears, listening to his coach as best he could. We'll see how both these competitors fare in this third round here. Here we go. And we'll touch the buzz again. Zion trying to debate between defense and offense here. He's got to go for the strike. He's getting backed up in the cage again. Braylon Pulk continuing to be the aggressor here. It's a great matchup here to start BFC 75. Braylon Pulk. He's all go, no. Forward aggression always from Braylon Pulk here and keeping it on Zion Cochran, where he basically he can go on defense, but if he wants to win this matchup, he's going to start landing some more strikes in. And go look at that big strike going for Braylon Pulk. Zion able to avoid it. And now again, pushing Braylon into the cage, but it's not going to work if not going to get any points here if he only plays on defense. He's got to start landing some hits in. And testament to Z staying in this thing. Zion known for waiting it out, picking his perfect moment, but Braylon Pulk clearly not allowing Zion any kind of momentum to feel for it. And you see Zion go for it all there, and Braylon Pulk taking advantage. Down goes Zion. And the official checking on Zion here. Back to his feet goes Cochran, and again, the side kicks, and Braylon Pulk just continuous. And again, Zion being pushed in, and Z again down. Zion's got to focus here. He can't wait for the perfect moment. He's got to just go for it here. We got 30 seconds left. Zion's really going to go for it. He wants to get in this thing. Braylon Pulk again continuing, even late in this third round. Braylon Pulk continuing to be the aggressor here. And those low kicks. And look at that big high knee right to the face. Zion trying to block as best he can. And there we go. A great effort. Zion stands tall against Braylon Pulk, and we'll see. Watered down goes Braylon Pulk. You guys see that he's very confident in his performance here in this matchup. I mean, I don't want to give away the horse before the barn, but in terms of going for it all, Braylon Pulk, clearly the aggressor here. Don't want to say it's that much, it's not an easy decision, I wouldn't say, but I think we know where this is going here for the start of BFC 75. Johnny Smith clearly not ecstatic, but we'll see what the judge's decision is. Let's go up to Bryce Boudreaux.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, your judges scoring this bout as followed: 30-27, 29-28, 29-28. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of the red corner, Braylon Pulk.
There's a great fight here, and I mean, Zion Cochran put in a position he's not used to, and he did the best he can to combat Braylon Pulk, but Braylon Pulk just so aggressive, so on offense. If he's not on defense, he is on offense. Braylon Pulk, huge win here to kick things off for BFC 75.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are kicking things off with the bang. That was a hell of a fight right there. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, to follow us all across social media. That's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and on TikTok. We've got content everywhere you look. Just follow us, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, we thank you all for tuning in right here live. Those at home watching us live worldwide on Facebook and on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, BFC 75 continues. Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout will be 3 3-minute rounds of amateur flyweight mixed martial arts action presented to you by our friends at Russo Chiropractic Group. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is Sean Brown.
There you see Harley Grandstaff, or as I saw someone with a sign earlier tonight, Harley at 316 taking on this man, Sean Brown. And there's going to be a big disadvantage here in terms of the fan support. The guy with this, Sean Brown, is not too worried about the crowd involvement here. He is focused on his opponent here in this amateur MMA matchup here from the 125 division. This matchup sponsored by Russo Chiropractic Group. Sean Brown, representing Hackney Fitness. He was a power lifter when he was in high school, and we'll see if that benefits him here in the 125 division.
And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is Heartbreak Harley Grandstaff.
You hear that crowd reaction for Heartbreak Harley Grandstaff. Harley 316 says, "I just whipped your ass," and we'll see if that's the case here tonight in this second bout here for BFC 75. Harley Grandstaff's getting checked by the officials here in this second matchup here for the amateur MMA 125 division. Harley Grandstaff Jr., representing Mid-City MMA. He's been wrestling since he was a junior and senior in high school. and has really garnered a great following here at Bayou Fighting Championship. Again, we are live here on YouTube, on Facebook. Thank you for joining us. The best in mixed martial arts is right here at Bayou Fighting Championship. Brought to you here tonight by American Men Roofing Incorporated and Manti. This matchup sponsored by Russo Chiropractic Group. It's going to be one hell of a contest here.
Ladies and gentlemen, BFC 75 continues. This will be three-minute rounds of amateur flyweight mixed martial arts. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout presented to you by our friends at Russo Chiropractic Group. And ladies and gentlemen, when this bout begins, the man in charge, Mr. Joe Pepe. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this man a mixed martial artist representing Hackney Fitness, standing at 5'9" and weighing in at 125 pounds. From Pineville, Louisiana, he is Sean the Lion Brown. And his opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner, this man a mixed martial artist representing Mid-City MMA and Libros MMA. Standing at 5'8", weighing in at 126 pounds. From New Orleans, Louisiana, he is Heartbreak Harley Grandstaff.
Here we go. We got three-minute rounds here in the flyweight division here between Harley Grandstaff and Sean Brown. There we go. You hear the crowd in full support of Harley Grandstaff Jr. here. As mentioned before, I saw a sign in the crowd, a t-shirt in the crowd, Harley 316, and Harley has really gotten a lot of support here in the New Orleans area, but Sean Brown, fighting out of Pineville, Louisiana, and representing Hackney Fitness, knows the opportunity he has to get a huge win against Harley Grandstaff, and that shows that neither man really too eager to make a mistake, both kind of playing defense here, and we'll see how soon it's going to take with the referee to get involved here. Neither man trying to go too forward. Stark contrast to our opening matchup between Braylon Pulk and Zion Cochran here. Harley Grandstaff, again, a wrestler both in junior and senior year high school, but known for his striking base. And Sean Brown clearly knows the opportunity in front of him here, not too eager to make it. Look, going for a strike there, and Harley Grandstaff ready for it. I know that Sean Brown had a troubled youth, and again, going for the 1-2 here, and Harley backing up, but again, staying in the forward there. Sean Brown fighting to stay out of trouble, got into mixed martial arts, mostly to keep himself out of trouble. He's found great success. Tries to spend his time with his young daughter here, and I believe he wants to make her proud with a huge victory here at BFC 75, and again, taking the advantage, and Harley Grandstaff with the experience. And you see Sean trying to pick the leg here, and we'll see if he's able to maneuver, like moving down to the ankle here, trying to get some kind of leverage, but you got Grandstaff right there with the front face lock, trying to neutralize any kind of a thing, and he's maintaining control, and that might have been a bad mistake from Sean Brown. I can appreciate Sean being the aggressor. Look, lifting up Harley Grandstaff, but Grandstaff Harley keeping control here. Look at that, slipping right into the on top. Oh, this is a bad place for Sean, who desperately moves to something. Look at this. We're in the cage, and you can see Harley trying to go for a triangle here. Harley is in the cage, but he's looking for a triangle here. It is a bad place for Sean Brown. There's a tap out. That's it. Just like that. Sean Brown knew he was in with a world-class athlete here in Harley Grandstaff, even in this amateur division. I can appreciate Sean Brown showing the aggression, but Harley Grandstaff catching Sean Brown, and 316 Harley once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, official Joe Pepe calls a stoppage to the action. Your winner via triangle, fighting out of the red corner, Harley Grandstaff.
No decision needed there. Harley Grandstaff continues to earn the nickname of Harley 316. Sean Brown showing great respect. You saw him talking to his trainer at the conclusion of this match. He's like, I got caught, I can't help. You know, you get caught, you live to fight another day. A great showing from Sean Brown trying to take the aggression here, but what a victory here for Harley Grandstaff at Bayou Fighting Championship 75.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the action here at BFC 75, live on YouTube and on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout will be 3 1.5-minute rounds of youth bantamweight kickboxing. This bout presented to you by our friends at Angel Apartments. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is Nick Pope.
We're moving along here, and what a impactful matchup between Harley Grandstaff and Sean Brown as we move now. This is an amateur kickboxing matchup in the 135 weight division. There you see Nicholas Pope, one of two very young, very inexperienced, but very eager competitors here to make a name for themselves here at BFC 75. This matchup was sponsored by Angel Apartments. We thank our sponsors who are bringing you here to BFC 75, which has been bringing the best in MMA for over 40 years. And of course, again, thank our sponsors, to American Men Roofing Incorporated, and of course, Manti. Exploring innovation, building partnerships, and creating impact. And can Nick Pope make an impact here at BFC 75? He's got the stage. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, here for Bayou Fighting Championship.
And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is Ezeb.
Here comes Ezeb, walking eagerly to the ring. He's ready to go. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of fight, as I'm joined here ringside with a big ticket, Johnny Smith.
All right.
How you doing, Johnny? Not the showing that I'm sure you expected, but I'm sure you're in for a huge night here at BFC 75 nonetheless.
Oh yeah, no, we're proud of our boy Zion. First time in the cage, man. I kind of expected that. Ray's guys are really, really, really good. They always come to scrap. They did a great job.
No, I appreciate it. I mean, Zion, I expected Braylon Pulk to really bring the aggression in that first round, and I can appreciate Zion really changing his game. I know that you were trying to get in his ear, and I really think you switched it up. A great performance here as we get set now for the third bout here at BFC 75. Ezeb versus Nick Pope.
Yeah, we got Ezeb out of West Bank Social Club and Nicholas Pope out of Tiger Rock, out of Brandon, Mississippi.
Ladies and gentlemen, BFC 75 continues. This bout will be 3 1.5-minute rounds of youth bantamweight kickboxing. When this bout begins, the man in charge, the good doctor, Dr. Robbie Sherman. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout presented to you by our friends at Angel Apartments. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man representing Tiger Rock MMA, standing at 5'6" and weighing in at 125 pounds. From Raymond, Mississippi, he is Nick Pope. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This man representing the West Bank Social Club, standing at 5'6" and weighing in at 141 pounds. From New Orleans, Louisiana, he is Ezeb.
American Men Roofing Incorporated and Manti. I am Sammy Kids ringside alongside Big Ticket Johnny Smith, and Johnny, it's going to be a huge night here. Are you ready to call the action for BFC 75?
No, I'm super excited. We got two young guys here. The young kids are always fun to watch. I'm enjoying to see how Pope is going to do more traditional background, Tiger Rock, you know, traditional martial arts. Stay smart, Nick.
And you can see both men going that. I don't know if that's that eagerness that comes with youth here. Neither man really holding back here. Do you think that that's the strategy you want to bring here? Just go, 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 and leave it all in there.
Yeah, I'm actually excited. I'm kind of surprised to see how Nicholas Pope is striking due to his traditional background, but he looks fine in this kickboxing setup. I was expecting more range control, but being kids and their kind of first time ever in the cage, they're just going to go after it.
That's the thing, is that with the bright lights on, sometimes the presence of the spectacle thing might play games with you, where maybe the presence and defense is a better form of valor, but neither man really holding anything back, going for it all here.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how he does with the knees. I know that West Bank does a traditional, more of Muay Thai style. I can see he's having trouble dealing with the knees. He's kind of causing that frame with that inside knee to keep the distance, but that's not really going to be the answer. You're going to get knocked off balance pretty easy there.
And he's Isaiah gesturing towards Nicholas Pope, almost discrediting this young man, and the referee right there to make sure that Nicholas wants to keep going.
Yeah, I think they got a low blow there. I think that's what happened, but I don't know if it actually hit.
Tensions are high here. BFC 75.
Yeah, I was told by Gary that Issa and Isaiah can both scrap. They're both brothers. One's 1 year older than the other. One's a little bit bigger, but they both come in hard.
When you come in this amateur background situation, you want to take advantage of every opportunity you can. And I sure respect their touching gloves there to start at least this matchup.
I would like to see Pope get a little bit more range control, put a couple hands in front of those kicks. Like, there we go with the side kicks. You know, that's more the traditional style, the Taekwondo background. But Issa's just...
I mean, he's pushing forward. Issa's just taking advantage here.
He's jamming up the space. He's taking up all the space. He's not giving him any room. Nick cannot keep him off of him.
There's the sound, and again, a nice show at the end.
Nice young scrap, a nice young scrap.
Yeah. So far, Issa showing himself to be the aggressor here in this matchup, and we'll see if Pope changes up his strategy here. What do you think that he needs to do in this next round here to change up?
If I got a guy crashing in on me and eating up all the space, more than likely I'm just going to have to crack him. I'm going to have to put something hard in front of him, make him run in. I got to put up walls.
Put up some kind of warning, let him know that he's not going to be able to get away with that scotch-free.
Yeah, I can't let him come hard. Can't let him keep coming forward. If just being, again, I've said it a lot, the traditional background, he's not going to be more side to side. He's not going to be cutting those angles. So more than likely, he's just going to have to put something hard right when he comes down the pipe. He's got to stop him in his tracks.
We'll see the pressure continues to get to Nicholas Pope here in the third matchup here for BFC 75. Again, this matchup sponsored by Angel Apartments as we get set for round two.
Let's see how they make the adjustments. Let's see how they listen to their corner. I don't think Issa needs to change a thing. I think Issa needs to keep coming forward. I think that Pope needs to use his hands a little bit more. He's not going to have enough time to get that side kick up because he's just jamming up. He's eating the space. So put that right hand down the pipe, make him back up, and then start working your distance.
I do notice that Issa's got that right ankle brace here in this matchup. Do you think that's a focus point? Or does Nicholas Pope just need to get whatever kind of open he can?
Right through it. Yeah, that loading up on that hand is just taking too much time. He's got to put a straight shot, utilize that jab more. You got to get him off of you. At this point, he needs a circle, put him against the cage, and then he takes the center.
Got to get some kind of space here, but he's not letting anything go here. Keeping close proximity, allowing the referee check.
They're calling it. They're going. Yes, not enough time. Not enough time to throw those kicks. He needs to spin him. He needs to pin him. Honestly, that wasn't bad technique on that knee there.
You see Nicholas trying trouble and at least grounding Isa here, but not enough forward through to get any kind of advantage here.
I'd like to see in this clinch if Pope would spin and put him on the cage and then take the center. He needs to stop brawling.
He's got to stay focused here. I mean, he's letting Ezeb draw him in and fight his game, and Ezeb is taking advantage. I mean, this has been all Ezeb so far.
It's a tough fight, man. He's just on top of him the whole time. He can't get a breather. He can't get space. He's pushing through though. He's got some good, he's had some good showings.
I mean, he's stayed vertical so far. He's going to be able to keep this going here.
Someone
mouse
lost
guard goes.
10 seconds. He's going to push through.
Backing up, but again, Ezeb.
No, then
just leaving it in there, yeah. And Pulk goes down, then it's time for the second round. No, that's it.
Oh no, I was just saying they needed to call it. Yeah. Was that the third round?
That was the second.
Second?
That felt like a minute 30.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 90 seconds, 90 seconds.
I think they called it, they called it.
Yeah. I'm gonna scoot over here.
I wish we had a clock.
I'll put a clock on my phone.
Yeah.
Let me go get my stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
And fuck it. Just sit in that one. Or sit, yeah, keep something right here. If Drew says anything, I'm gonna tell him that she's running stuff for us.
Okay.
She's sitting right here.
That's fine, I don't care, yeah.
Nobody here.
That's fine.
And he's just good, dude. That kid's a dog.
Dude, yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Dude, I was fired up in that fight.
I saw, man.
I think if he wouldn't have gassed in the third, I think he lost the first, won the second.
Ladies and gentlemen, our official Dr. Robbie Sherman calling this bout at the end of round number 2, declaring your winner via TKO by Dr. Stoppage, fighting out of the red corner, Isa Ezeb.
There was a couple, when I did the intros, the in camera just turned to me because I was talking.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be obvious, but they're not doing any on cams that I know of, anything like that.
I gotta take my damn medicine. Where's my backpack?
All right, well, there was a decision there. Nicholas Pope fighting hard here. No shame as we move along here. BFC 75 with a huge win for Ezeb.
Ladies and gentlemen, BFC 75 continues. Your next bout will be three-minute rounds of featherweight mixed martial arts action, presented to you by our friends at Deep South Blenders. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, she is Kailani Ray Freeman.
We don't have to, but like the whole thing's live, so I don't think they're gonna pull anything off. So whatever you want to do, we can talk while they're going.
I'm cool with killing.
Laying out, okay, that's fine. Yeah, so like, the main promotion I work with, like they'll do, they'll like stream.
And her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. She is Safari Ari Levine.
Three.
3-3s. They're all debuts.
Okay.
Once they get past the debuts, I'll pull up their tapologies and we can see what they've done in the past.
Yeah, I mean, this is all, yeah.
All right, front of crowd.
Okay.
Ari's probably about to smoke this girl.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next, this will be three-minute rounds of featherweight mixed martial arts action presented to you by our friends at Deep South Blenders. When this bout begins, the man in charge, the good doctor, Dr. Robbie Sherman. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman, a mixed martial artist representing Fitness 11, sitting at 5'8", weighing in at 121 pounds. From S-Town, Alabama, she is Kalani Ray Freeman. And her opponent, across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. This woman, a freestyle fighter, representing Graham MMA, standing at 5'4" and weighing in at 127 pounds. From Petal, Mississippi, by way of Lumberton, Mississippi, she is Safari Ari Levine.
A lot of fan support here for Ari Levine as we get set for this featherweight in the amateur female division here in MMA 130 pounds. Ari Levine versus Kalani Freeman. Sammy Kiss alongside Big Ticket Johnny Smith here at ringside. This matchup sponsored by Deep South Blenders here for BFC 75.
Yeah, I expect Ari to probably get into the ground here in a bit. Yeah, I expect Ari to get into the ground pretty quick. She's a blue belt, done a lot of jiu-jitsu competitions. She's a little bit bigger than Kalani as well.
Well, I spoke to Kalani a little earlier today. She was very confident here, and you hear the crowd support here for Ari Levine out of Mississippi, coming here to the Pontchartrain Center in Cochran, Louisiana. Just look at Ari just bringing the aggression here. Look at it, almost by the throat. Referee right there, look at that, going in. Ground, pound. Ari Levine on top, and this is a bad, bad place for Kalani Freeman.
Yeah, she's going to have to belly out, turn over. She's got to push something down. Got to work a knee shield in, and it's over.
And just like that. Talk about a showing for Ari Levine. Kalani Freeman got caught.
Issue over here for a second. We almost lost our table.
turn that down anytime you want to go, yeah.
It's down.
I think,
It's down, it's off.
down, it's off, yeah, so we're good now.
Right,
I think they keep it hot. the
Ladies
whole
and
time.
gentlemen, our official, Dr. Robbie Sherman, calling a stoppage for the action. 53 seconds of round number 1, declaring your winner by TKO via strikes. Fighting out of the red corner, Safari Ari Levine.
Nice show of respect there and a great performance from Freeman, but I mean, when you get caught, it's all over. A great showing for Ari Levine here at BFC 75.
I'm gonna be honest, I was very surprised by Ari's aggression. I've trained with Ari for a couple years and she turned it on. She's rock solid grappler, really got after it. I was really expecting her to put the choke in, but I think she just enjoyed hitting her.
Ari Levine having a good night here at BFC 75. We got a huge matchup. More matchups here to come, including our main event as Duke Sensley takes on Eric Thompson here as we roll on for BFC 75. No, you're good. I do feel like I don't hear you as loud.
Well,
So I don't know
ladies
if,
and gentlemen,
maybe just, move the mic a little closer.
BFC
Yeah,
75 streaming live worldwide on YouTube and on Facebook. We thank you all for tuning in live all around the world. Thank you all, and a reminder to share the live stream all across social media. Let's let the whole world know the best fights are right here in New Orleans, Louisiana, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, BFC 75 presented to you by our friends at MAK, Martial Arts and Combat Sports for Kids, our friends at Manti Resources Incorporated, our friends at American Men Roofing, Southern Eagle Sales and Service NOLA, Bud Light, Perma Power, Fleur de Leaf Wellness, our friends at the Swamp Room, the official after party of BFC 75. Hit us up there right after the fights, the Swamp Room on Veterans. Our friends at the Ticket 106.7 FM, our friends at Alt 92.3, our friends at Deep South Blenders, our friends at Nicole's Limousine and Shuttle Service, our friends at R&O's Seafood Restaurant, our friends at Messina's Catering and Events, our friends at Rhino Web Services, our friends at Angel Apartments, our friends at Russo Chiropractic, our friends at Apex Marine and Motors, our friends at Radio Fiesta NOLA, and also our friends at Visions Men's Club presenting tonight's Ring Girls. Make sure you visit Visions Men's Club later on tonight for the adult after party of BFC 75. Also, ladies and gentlemen, before you leave the building tonight, make sure you pick up some merchandise and pick up some fightwear. Our friends at Loaded Pistols Fightwear, the official fightwear of BFC 75. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, BFC 75 continues. This bout will be presented to you by our friends at Apex Marine. This will be 3 2-minute rounds of bantamweight kickboxing action. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner,
He
he
said
is
kickbox. He said
Jacob
kickboxing.
Harris.
All right, if we're going to lay out, I'm going to go take a piss real quick.
All right, go.
And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is Charles Kill Illuminati Clark.
never fight that heavy again. He was really light. He's gonna do 35. Yeah. Let me know if you can hear me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout will be three-minute rounds of bantamweight mixed martial arts action presented to you by our friends at Apex Marine. When this bout begins, the man in charge, Mr. Myron Godet. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this man, a mixed martial artist representing American Killer Bees, Clinton, Mississippi. Standing at 5'7" and weighing in at 146 pounds from Richland, Mississippi, he is Jacob Harris. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, this man, a striker. And he is an independent fighter standing at 6 foot tall, weighing in at 142 pounds from Baker, Louisiana. He is Charles Kill Illuminati Clark.
All right, here we go. This is the fifth matchup here at BFC 75. Charles Clark taking on Jacob Harris. Same McKiss at ringside alongside Johnny Smith. Here we go. First of three-minute rounds here in the amateur MMA 145 division.
Yeah, all I've heard about is this Charles Clark kid. I heard he's an exciting guy. He's good with Muay Thai, good kickboxing. This Harris actually did a smoker on one of my last shows that I had in Mississippi, and that kid also is an exciting striker, so this is going to be a very nice matchup.
Yeah, Jacob Harris representing American Killer Bees of Clinton, Mississippi here. Taekwondo expert here. This matchup, of course, sponsored by Apex Marine here for BFC 75.
One thing I'd like to see more of the amateurs is when they get in the pocket, a little bit more better on their exits, cleaner exits. They're just standing there with their head right down the middle. They've got to move a little bit more, but you're getting that battle of the open stance and the foot position.
There's a trepidation there. I think as either they're kind of almost in a stalemate until they go for it, and there needs to be a little more awareness of their surroundings here. And you see Charles going for it there, and Harris making it pay for it.
That's another problem with the open stance. Southpaw orthodox is what I mean. You can't just back up, especially if you're on the inside of that foot. That inside of that foot's going to leave open that left hand, and that left hand's going to come straight. Charles Clark is doing a good job with the straights, but I did like Harris on the hooks on that end.
And Breezy Clark going for it here.
I'd like to see more of those outside kicks there. I would like him to just kind of chip at him a little bit more. When you got that tall guy like that, you can chip, 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 blitz. Chip, 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 blitz.
He's trying for Jacob Harris. Do his best defense, backing up here.
I'd like to see him mix in some level changes. Fake the single leg, come high. I don't think either one of these guys are going to shoot.
See Charles keep for the rank. Continue to go for the sweep, but nothing there. And lost footing goes Jacob Harris.
I would like to see a level change. I would like to see a little bit more angling off. Cleaner entries, cleaner exits. There we go a little bit, couple feints. Let's get some feints going. Charles Clark is throwing from the hip, son. He is trying to knock him out.
Trying to make every single strike he's able to connect, but not able to get close enough in.
Nice high kick, nice try.
Got to close that gap.
He's got to cut him off, though. He's a little bit too close, and when you get too close, they can cut that angle out a lot easier. So you got to slowly back them up to the cage and then trap them. But you try to be overzealous, you get there too quick, they're gone.
Jacob, I need you to start thinking about it. Good, yeah.
There we go. Nice takedown, nice shot.
Get the takedown, Jacob.
Harris taking his moment here.
He needs to finish this round with a good takedown. He needs to cut back that single leg. Cut it back. No, cut it back.
There's the horn for the first round. Not a lot of contact in this opening round here. Clark and Harris
Clark is a lot more experienced. He's had a lot more matches. I think he's 5-4 kickboxing and Muay Thai mix. Jacob's had one smoker. That's it. Kid's tough though. Kid's tough. I'd like to see the Killer Bees. They have really great jiu-jitsu. They have good wrestling. I would like to see him get it to the ground a little bit earlier in this round.
I was saying, like, even though he can't close the gap on the experience level here, Jacob Clear's got a good focused mind here. Defended well and almost able to take him down in the end before the siren went off.
We got a little swelling on the left eye of Clark. Busted mouth on Harris. And I just need everybody to notice that he has Kraft macaroni underwear. I don't know if you saw that, but I did.
Let's go. Let's go.
Are you a big Kraft fan?
No, I just thought that was an interesting choice.
I mean, I did talk to Jacob Harris earlier. He does like to bake in his spare time, especially making cheesecakes. I'm not sure how that's going to influence this fight here. Because again, looking at a more aggressive Jacob Harris is so far.
I just need to see some more level changes. He's standing on the outside of Clark, and Clark's just picking that left hand, picking the high kicks. If this was a guy 3 inches shorter, Harris's game plan would be great. But Clark is way too long.
Trust it. Walk into the ring. Go, Jacob, go. Shoot. Yeah.
Oh,
He needs to cut it back. He needs to spin back to the back.
I'm trying to maintain that front face lock here.
Push the hips down. Push the hips down.
Harris trying to get some kind of leverage.
He might. He's got to push them hips back. He needs to get his hands on the hips and not really fight the hands. Get the hips back.
Official right there, check.
Turn him into the fence, a hard turn here. But he's got that knee split down the middle, so he's in a pretty locked position. Get his head up, push the knees back. That's what needs to happen here. I think he's safe now. I think he's okay. Honestly, this might be worse for Clark. Clark might burn his arms out.
You know, Clark trying to keep all the folks there are looking already trying. You can see him weakening there. Jacob with his hand up, trying to get any kind of force out of this.
I think Harris is safe here. I think he's safe.
Jacob, get your chin free and try to push him forward.
But he have the experience level to stay here and just wait it out.
Looks like he's trying to, no. Nice foot stomps, beautiful. Some people don't like those. I'm all for them.
Jacob, come on, man.
Do whatever damage you can. That's the end of the game.
You got to do what you got to do.
Stop, just stay on the outside.
Lights on bright here at BFC 75, and Harris back up and right back in it.
Let's go. Come on, Jacob. Come on. Come on, let's go, Jacob.
I'd like to see Harris shoot again. I'd like to see Harris shoot from inside the pocket and not from outside. He's shooting from the outside. It's hard to get that double leg on an open stance fighter from distance. You got to go single, especially a taller guy. Single, high crotch, pick him up, put him down.
Jacob, you got to get in there and throw. You're at his straight range. You're in his range, Jacob. Go in there and get in yours. Jacob, move forward, bro.
Looking at Charles Clark just even dropping stance there.
Yeah, Clark's relaxed. Clark's moving.
Trust it, bro. Jacob, you got to trust yourself. Let's go.
Clark's playing his own game right now. Right here, good time to shoot. Shoot under the hands.
Jacob, you have got to trust yourself. Move forward.
It does look like Jacob's got a little more wind in him. Charles not wasting any effort here to close to the end of this second round.
Harris is tough, though. He's still in the fight. He's still in the fight. I think he's down 2 rounds, but there's still a chance at any point. I think he's got to get it to the ground, though. Even if he doesn't land the takedown, it can open his hands up.
And coach focusing here on Jacob Harris.
Jonathan Jackson giving some good corner advice over here. What's funny is I was in the back getting ready to corner Zion. Both of these were in the same corner room.
Okay.
I'm the matchmaker. I didn't even notice it at first. But then they started talking and they realized, oh, we're fighting each other. Because Charles Clark's buddy that he was helping out was in the same corner. And that happens sometimes on smaller shows.
Yeah.
You're not going to always be in different corners. So they end up warming up in different corners. But for a while there, they were in the same room.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with developing some kind of camaraderie. I don't think that's been affecting either man's game so far.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'd like to see him close the distance. That left hand is sharp. That was a good shot by Harris.
There's a third round here. Matchup presented by Apex Marine. Charles Clark versus Jacob Harris here. Now with Jacob fighting from behind here.
A lot of these times, these kids, and not just kids, but guys in general, they get throwing shots at them, they're going to back out of the pocket. Get throwing shots, back out of the pocket. But sometimes, like, you can wait on those shots and you crash back in with them. And it's the best, honestly, it's my favorite way to close distance. I'm going to wait on you to throw your biggest shot, but I'm coming in behind it. I'm hitting you right in the mouth right after you threw your best punch.
When you're in there, he's not hitting you. Let's go.
Nice, good kicks, good kicks.
Harris looking for an opening here.
Believe in yourself and go.
He's got a good defense. He's just staying there.
That was in Charles Clark trying to
Get in there, swing and go.
not spend too much energy in the third round here, but someone's got to give here, especially for Jacob.
He wants to give him his mouthpiece. He don't care.
Time out there.
Jacob, who cares if it fails? Go for it. Who cares?
You got to go for broke here. You got to sell out. You got to sell out.
Chase him down.
It's hard to. It is hard. It's hard to sell out when you're down 2 rounds to nothing.
There you go.
As Jacob wants to get out, he's got to go for it all here. He really can't be posturing now. He's got to go for it. He continues to back up.
I wish he would counter those kicks and not step back. Just step in hard on a right hand when he throws that kick.
And trying to get some form of momentum here now, but again, you're right, Johnny, just taking every leg backwards in momentum.
Right hand, right kick, same side. Same side. Get in there.
He's got a crisp left
Go
hand.
for it, bro.
Charles Clark ready for him.
I'm gonna be honest, but for a debut, for Jacob Harris' debut, the kid looks awesome.
No, he's doing great.
Good defense, hitting some good angles. I mean, this is actually a pretty high-level amateur fight for his first fight. They're establishing some range control, using some feints, mixing it up good. So usually when you watch amateur MMA versus pro MMA, amateur MMA is back and forward, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Pro, they use the whole cage. They circle, they cut angles. We've seen that in this fight.
Come on, Jacob.
Mouth guard, yeah. As that goes to the trainer, Jacob Harris, and even though he might not have the experience, he's not showing us. I mean, he's bloody here, and again, trying to push forward here, and not enough there at the end.
Good showing, needless to say.
That was a great debut for Jacob Harris as we await the decision here. Got some blood splattering on my notes here at ringside. Behest of Jacob Harris. Appreciate him fighting through. Nothing to be ashamed of here in his debut here at BFC 75.
I really liked his defense. I like how he countered punches. There was a lot of good things that happened there in that fight. A lot of good things. He'll go back to the drawing board. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I told my amateur before he fought tonight, I said, I don't care if you win, I want you to get 3 good rounds. Experience is really what matters in these situations. If you go out there and you sub a guy in the first round for your first 4 fights, you're getting no experience. He's going to take a lot of good from this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this bout, we go to the judges' scorecards as all of our judges have seen and scored this bout the exact same way, 30-27, all across the board, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of the red corner, Charles Killuminati Clark.
Not a surprising decision, but a great showing for the young Jacob Harris here at BFC 75, but a huge win for Charles Clark as we roll on here for Bayou Fighting Championship here. Bayou Fighting Championship 75.
Again, beautiful fight by Jacob Harris. I really enjoyed it. Charles Clark, kid's phenomenal. He lived up to everything I heard about him. Amazing striker.
Yeah, like Jacob Harris came in with a game plan. I mean, so young in this game, going for the fight, going for whatever technique he was going, adapting to. Jacob Harris maybe just had the height advantage. Maybe that threw Jacob Harris off of his game.
Yeah, that could have been the southpaw. Open stance is very hard to deal with, let alone with a guy that has 5-6 inches of reach on you. I think he looked good. I think he's going to take a lot of good things from it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the action here from New Orleans. This is BFC 75 live on YouTube and on Facebook. Our live stream tonight presented to you by our friends at Manti Resources and American Men Roofing. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, this will be three-minute rounds of bantamweight mixed martial arts action presented to you by our friends at Radio
It's just like a big dot compared to the
Fiesta.
other ones.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is Chaz Kumo.
Oh. Never lose.
My guy was exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just checked on him, texted him. Starting to fill out there.
Yeah.
Crowd.
Well, it's like, I don't know.
And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is Dustin Appelt. Ladies and gentlemen, BFC 75 continuing. This bout will be three-minute rounds of bantamweight mixed martial arts action presented to you by our friends at Radio Fiesta. Ladies and gentlemen, when this bout begins, the man in charge, Mr. Myron Goday. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man, a look-see-do practitioner representing core UFC gem Sherwood. Standing at 5'11" and weighing in at 135 pounds from Lafayette, Louisiana, he is Chaz Kumo. And his opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. This man, a West Banger, representing the West Bank Social Club. He stands at 5'4" on a good day, and he weighs in at 135 pounds. From West Bank, New Orleans, Louisiana, he is Dustin Appelt.
Alongside Johnny Smith. First of 3 rounds here. The amateur MMA 135-pound range. Dustin Appelt representing West Bank Social Club. Chaz Kumo, core UFC gym in Sherwood. And I know that Chaz prepared for this matchup with Charles Clark. We saw got a big victory early on here tonight at BFC 75. Does that give Chaz Kumo the advantage here?
Yeah, they were both in the back warming up with us. I think both of them are going to be predominantly pretty good strikers. Appelt, he's going to grapple. West Bank, they're phenomenal grapplers. Not saying they can't strike, but phenomenal grapplers.
And the front face lock from Kumo.
Kumo's got, okay, nice. He's trying to get that.
Oh, look at that.
Appelt needs to stabilize his position there. He needs to get his hips down. Hips are too high. Stabilize, get that other shoulder down. Get a good pin, start working. Kumo's doing the right job, trying to walk the fence. Got his guard back, good.
Does trying to get that hammer in. Got the advantage, 5'4" on his best day.
Appelt is a short one, ain't he?
Yeah, there's no height advantage here right now, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. You put a guy on the ground, the reach doesn't matter.
Dustin trying to get as many shots as he possibly can while he's got the advantage.
Appelt actually on top in the guard has had a sort of guillotine.
Now look at that.
Nice.
Chaz quickly trying to go, then immediately grounding goes Dustin.
Got a good pin, working over, nice. Looking like he's looking to get to mount. We got an Americana grip over here on the forearm. I'd like him to get his hips lower. Bring that knee across, because you get the knee on the hips here, he can't do this. He's torquing that arm, he's torquing it. Got his toes in the fence over here.
Chaz with a clear height advantage, trying to use those limbs to trying to twist that advantage here, but Appelt trying to do everything he can to just at least keep Chaz grounded.
He is
going for a
cranking on that Americana.
That's not. He's giving his head there, and again, trying to land those strikes in, get out of this position.
It's a nice try. He didn't really have anything there at the moment. He really needed at least an arm, shoulder in there. Nice escape.
Arm, and look at that nice slip through for Kumo.
Kumo needs distance. Kumo needs to back up. He needs distance. He does not need to stay in that clinch.
Yeah, he needs to get some separation here. Again, Appelt taking advantage while he can.
I like how Kumo keeps getting the underhook in all these situations. Anytime he's in the clinch, he's feeding that underhook. That underhook's saving him. It's saving him. It's giving him distance. He's allowed to work the knees. I'd like to see him strike from distance, though. I don't like him staying in there with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kumo known for his strikes here. Take it here for round 2 here, BFC 75. Again, this matchup brought to you by Radio Fiesta here at the Pontchartrain Center in Kenner, Louisiana, with its amateur wrestling MMA 135-pound belt between Dustin Appelt and Chaz Kumo. Thank you for joining us here on Facebook Live, here on YouTube for Bayou Fighting Championship.
That is the best pair of overalls I've ever seen in my life.
And I'm old enough to know, we thank our sponsors, American Men Roofing Incorporated and Manti Resources Incorporated, our major sponsor here for tonight's action at BFC 75 as we get set for round 2.
I think Appelt's going to go back to the well here. He's going to go back to the takedown. I like the knee coming out the gate, keeping him honest.
And Chaz Kumo has got 2 finishes on record, one by head kick knockout and TKO, both in the second round here. We'll see if he's able to clinch it here, the second round. Oh, look at that! Didn't mean to speak it into fruition, my God.
He's in the crowd. Oh, no, he's on the cage.
Just got finished talking up Chaz Kumo, and just like that.
Got a wild crowd here right now.
Yeah.
Too many guys around the cage.
We got a lot of excitement around the cage here as the officials check on Dustin Appelt. Talk about a shot.
Yeah, at first I was kind of not liking how many knees he was throwing. He kept giving them and he kept throwing them and throwing them and throwing them. That can sometimes bite you in the butt, but he made it work. Put one there.
You go to the well too many times, it might bite you in the ass, but not tonight here at BFC 75. What a victory for Chaz Kumo as we await the official results here. Officials help up Justin Appelt here. I mean, we can talk security.
I didn't think he was going to land that.
Oh, yeah.
I did not think it.
That came out of nowhere. I know. The benefit or not benefit is because this keeps them safe. I think that they push it more because they like, who gives a fuck? But it's like, we're here, you know. Man, yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, our official Myron Godet calling us up into the action. 20 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner by knockout! Fighting out of the blue corner, Chaz Kumo!
Listen.
They're live. No, the mics are live right now. We've got texted twice in the live.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you all for watching BFC 75 live on YouTube and on Facebook. If your friends couldn't make it tonight here at the Pontchartrain Center, make sure you tell them to watch the action live on Facebook and on YouTube. That's the Bayou Fighting Championship Facebook and YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're sharing the live stream and let everybody know the best fights in the world are right here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Ladies and gentlemen, BFC 75 presented to you by MAK, Martial Arts for Kids, Manti Resources, Inc., American Men Roofing, Southern Eagle Sales and Service, Bud Light, Perma Power, Fleur de Leaf Wellness, The Swamp Room, The Ticket, 106.7 FM, Alt 92.3, Deep South Blenders, Nicole's Limousine and Shuttle Service, R&O's Seafood Restaurant, Messina's Catering and Events, Rhino Web Services, Angel Apartments, Russo Chiropractic, Apex Marine and Motors, Radio Fiesta Nola, Visions Men's Club, and our friends at Loaded Pistols Fightwear. We thank each and every one of our partners for putting on tonight's event. Without them, we simply could not do it. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, this will be 3 2-minute rounds of middleweight kickboxing action presented to you by our friends at Alt 92.3. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is Mario Bera. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is Armani, the Mutant Ezeb. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, this will be 3 2-minute rounds of middleweight kickboxing action presented to you by our friends at Alt 92.3. When this bout begins, the man in charge, the good doctor, Dr. Bobby Sherman. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, This man representing NOLA MMA, standing at 6'3", weighing in at 181 pounds. From New Orleans, Louisiana, he is Mario Bera. And his opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. This man representing the West Bank Social Club, standing at 5'9", weighing in at 185 pounds. From West Bank, New Orleans, Louisiana, he represents the United States Army National Guard. He is the winner of 7 consecutive knockouts. He is our money, the Mutant Ezeb.
Here we go. This is your 7th bout here at